Hey Virgo. Hey Virgo. I need to go through your house and see what's going on. So first I come to the reading table and I'm like, oh, we're already set up to actually go through the houses real quick. I wanna see what's going on. So because it's like every house I go to, every house I've been going through doing my readings, I have seen Virgo's energy in all of those houses. And I'm a Virgo, and the readings I was going through was talking about how are they fighting for your love. And Virgo's energy was showing up in a lot of different places. So let me see what's going on, Virgo. Okay, so let's take a look here and see, Virgo. I'm going to go through an oracle deck real quick and see your connection with Aries. See what oracles come up for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, other Virgos, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So this is a general reading. It's not intended to resonate with everyone. It absolutely will not. So please don't force anything. I'll be back to do another as soon as possible. Let's just grab some oracles real quick. I just want to grab some here for Aries, the first house. So let's look at Virgo and Aries. You deserve love, attraction, true love. It's safe for you to love. Playfulness. Ooh. All right, so picking up some really great resonance with Aries and Virgo connection. Looks like it's a good time to love. Looks like the chemistry, the passion is available here. Flirtations, playfulness. Okay, so I'm getting good energy for Virgo and Aries. Virgo in the first house. So now let's get some oracles for Virgo and Tauruses. Let me take a look here. Virgo and Taurus. Oracles for Virgo and Taurus. Okay, again, you deserve love, engagement, retreat, oh, true love, oh, yay. Okay, wow, guys. This looks like a connection that's ascending to a higher level of commitment and getting a way to spend some quality time together. Oh my, nice. Okay, guys. Now, let's move and look at Virgo connections with Gemini, aka the third house. You deserve love, wedding. Pay attention to the red flags. True love, unrequited love, chemistry. Wedding again. Alright guys, so we're getting some mixed energy here. So it looks like some Virgos are getting off. The chemistry is there. Yeah, it looks like a really beautiful attraction is there, beautiful connection. But there are the red flags. Unrequited love. Pay attention to the red flags. Made an appearance there. You deserve love. Also, signifying that this is a good time. Love is in the air. Oh, I'm reminded again. Venus is in Virgo right now. Venus and Virgo. You have Venus. Venus is in our constellation, so you deserve love. But it does look like some Gemini Virgo connections are ascending to a higher level of commitment, including marriage. And some are getting off to a rough start here. Pay attention to red flags. Okay, let's look at Virgo with Cancer. Let's see. Okay, Virgo and Cancer connections, aka the fourth house. So there's some attraction. Children. All right. Keep an open mind. Okay, so this connection could be one that you already co-parent in, or you can have a new arrival. Conception could be on the horizon in these connections. Wedding, looks like the connection has the potential to rise to a higher level of commitment. We have attraction here. There goes the attraction card, speaking of. Okay, and that's what we have here. Nice. Okay, let's grab a couple of oracle cards for Virgo in the fifth house, aka Leo's house. Okay, finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. See, true love. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Keep an open mind. Okay, so again with the disclaimers that this is not going to resonate with everyone's connection. It's reminding you, Virgo and Leo, it's a great time to be in love. Love is on the horizon. Venus is in Virgo right now. So there's financial issues here. There's separation for some of the connections here. There's love in the connection as well, and attraction. You deserve love. Let's take a look here at the connections with Virgo and other Virgos. Grab a couple of oracles here. Wedding, attraction, love yourself first, true love, unrequited love. So it looks like the highlighted area of concern are for those of us Virgos who aren't loving ourselves as much as, I would say as much as we're loving our partner. Pay attention to the unrequited love red flags. Otherwise, it looks like this connection is harmonizing and ascending to a higher level of commitment. Let's take a look at Virgo with Libra connections, aka the seventh house. Virgo and Libra. Let's take a look here. Some oracles. You deserve love is showing up. Soulmate. Codependency. I was feeling that in Virgo with Virgo connections, but it's showing up here too. Codependency. Soulmate. Attraction. True love. All right, great. So we're getting great resonance here in this connection with Virgo and Libra. And again, like I was saying, so I'm feeling a little cusp energy with Virgo, Libra cusps, and this is Libra's house, though, with Virgo. The unrequited love bit, I feel like it has a lot to do with not loving ourselves enough, and looking to get that type of energy and fulfillment and balance in our person, which can negatively impact our connections and or push our lovers away from us. So that was a highlighted area of concern. Otherwise, we're looking at great chemistry here. Now we'll move and look at Virgo with Scorpio. All right. New love. Chemistry. Wedding. Wow. And attraction. Okay, guys? Woohoo! That was really beautiful. A new love. So it looks like there's a new love opportunity in Scorpio, aka the 8th house. And we're just seeing nothing but good vibrations here. Even the potential to ascend in higher level of commitment there. Nice. Mutual attraction. That's beautiful. Let's take a look now. Grab a couple of oracles for Virgo and Sagittarius connections, aka the ninth house. True love, unrequited love. Getting some mixed energy here. Chemistry, worth waiting for. And love yourself first. All right, so we're getting some of that mixed energy here. Mixed. So some connections, there's unrequited love, so you want to pay attention to that running theme of loving yourself first. Make sure that there's enough love within oneself to be able to adequately pour into the relationship versus expecting and demanding that energy be poured into us from our partner, which isn't fair. It's kind of vampiric. They can feel that drain. It's toxic. Otherwise, we're looking at this connection moving to a higher level of commitment. There's the commitment part of it wasn't mentioned that much, though. I just was looking at the vibration increase and become more upwardly bound, or moving upward. But looking at the chemistry and ... This one we'll want to come back to. Okay, and see where it goes, because it looked like there was a cliffhanger type of energy. Let's see how it progresses. Now we'll move to look at Virgo and the 10th house, aka Capricorn. Grab a couple of oracle cards here. We have the true love, unrequited love, you deserve love, express your love. Alright, so here it looks like a connection needing to cultivate, if it is needing some effort, if this one is, if there's an attraction here, someone catches your attention, crosses your mind, Virgo and or Capricorn. But it looks like, yeah, this is one that would need some more attention, more nurturing, more cultivating. There could be a one-sided attraction there with the unrequited love. And also a reminder, Virgo, is, Venus is in your house right now, so it's a time to be loved. I think that when that card is coming up, it's reminding us about the connections that we're spending our energy in. If we're not really getting that residual, if we're not getting the reciprocity, it's not coming back to us. Keep an open mind. Let's take a look and see what's going on with Virgo and Aquarius, aka the 11th house. And again, with the disclaimers all throughout these readings, it's a general reading, not intended to resonate with everyone. So I'll be back to do another as soon as possible. In the 11th house, we're getting deception, also wedding, attraction, true love. It's talking about children, retreat, honeymoon, true love. So we can have some children, if we're not co-parenting in this connection, some children could become in the picture with conception, a new arrival, a wedding. So the connection is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And there's also the warning. Highlighted area of concern is that there could be some deception. So you want to pay attention to that. Some deception. So there could be some distrust. Maybe your person or you might have some trust issues going on. But that's pretty much what I was getting so far, getting in the 11th house. And our final house that we'll look through. And at this stage, I just wanted to get some quick energy readings. But I'm not done in here. But let's take a look here for Virgo and Pisces. Chemistry. Wedding. Forgiving and learning. Religious factors. Alright, so getting some mixed energy here with Virgo and Pisces. There's chemistry here. It looks like a soulmate that has a lot of lessons to learn in this connection. Religious factors, learning and forgiving. So it looks like some potential ups and downs, some hiccups on the road where you two come together to work on those. Okay, learn from those, grow together, or realize the love is unrequited. That's what I have so far there. And let's see. Alright, so now that we got that taken care of, I'll be right back to do more. I just need one moment. I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, so I wanted to take a look there. So now, let's see what's going on with Virgo. What is going on with Virgo? I want to see why I was picking up Virgo's energy in so many houses. I started to realize, though, that shouldn't be unusual, especially because Venus is in Virgo right now. And, yeah, I shouldn't be surprised the Hermit, Virgo's archetype, showed up in a lot of the readings because Venus is in Virgo right now. And I've been doing love readings. So there's that. I just wanted to double check and see if there's anything else to be noted for Virgo. So let's see. Dear Holy Spirit, please give me a general reading for Virgo. And I'm curious, I want to see energy. I want to have a message, get information about why I'm seeing the Hermit in so many of the houses. Why is the Hermit making appearances in so many of the houses? Let me see. Here we go with the Hermit grounding. Let's see. Okay, there's also the Hermit or the Virgo energy here in the Page of Pentacles. Alright, so far I am seeing the energy that's talking about the Virgo Venus card combination. Alright, so that answers that for me. And I'm seeing that with the Six of Pentacles challenging the Queen of Cups and a Virgo Venus energy. It's one of service. The love language of a Virgo Venus is of service. And there is this not giving up easy on your person type of energy that goes with it. Wanting to heal connections and not letting go just because it gets rough or hard. That's one of the things that Virgo we deal with sometimes. Not letting go fast enough, trying to work it out, you know, even beyond what we should. But let's see here. So Virgo, Venus. I want to look deeper into that. Hey, could you check what message from spiritual guides are for me right now? Hi, Sweetie Pie. Thanks for stopping by. If you're still here at the end of the video, let me know and then I can pull some cards for you, okay? Thank you. Let's see. Virgo and Venus. I'll get closer to the mic. Virgo and Venus. I'm excited about Virgo energy being in Venus. Okay, so Venus in Virgo is a practical, detail-oriented placement. People with this sign express love through acts of service and quiet devotion. See, so that's a confirmation. Oh, hey, you were here to get that. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, if you're still here at the end of the stream, I will pull some cards for you, definitely. And what is your sign? Are you a Virgo by chance? Let's see. People with this sign express love through acts of service and quiet devotion. You see there the quiet devotion? They are highly discerning, often demisexual, and prefer partners who show up with consistency rather than just grand, flashy, romantic gestures. Well, I'm a Virgo Venus, so yes, okay. I was like, how accurate is that? I like grand gestures of flashy, romantic, what moves or whatever, but it's not required for me. You don't have to do that. But I'm just saying, don't count it out though. I'm a hopeless romantic. Very, very single also. That's another reason why I needed to do this reading, seeing Virgo's energy in every sign showing up. I'm like, why are you here, Virgo? I don't have anything going on right now like that. But I don't want to be the main character. Let's see here. Love language for a Virgo. I keep saying Virgo. Oh my gosh. For a Virgo Venus, love is a verb. They feel most loved when a partner anticipates their needs and provides tangible everyday support. Let's see the type. They are attracted to competence. Yes, don't we? We love competence, intelligence, and cleanliness. They value substance over flash and need time to fully trust someone before letting them in. That's true, right? High standards. Because they are analytical earth signs, they can sometimes overthink their feelings or focus too much on minor flaws in their relationship. All right. They generally vibe best with other earth signs, which are Taurus, other Virgos and Capricorn, who share their need for grounded reliability, as well as water signs, which are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, who offer deep emotional security. That is true, right? Even the Pisces are opposite signs. Those of us who can really gel together, the deep emotional security is out of this world. Let's see, relational style. In astrology, Venus is considered to be in its fall in Virgo, as this sign is opposite to Pisces, where Venus is exalted. This means they can be reserved and cautious when it comes to expressing vulnerability, but fiercely loyal once committed. Let's see, what is it saying about finances? Because financial issues showed up in the 5th house when we were looking at oracle cards. It says they are highly cautious and analytical with money. Oh, they prefer budgeting, saving for long-term security. It's hitting me right now. And investing in practical items that add genuine value to their lives. Oh, okay. So, hey Virgos, do you agree or disagree? What was hitting on me for that, seeing that there's financial issues and the religious factor card shows up, which I see that to be like philosophical sometimes, if it's not literal religious reasons, but just our mindset, the way that we think about things. Yeah, so being extravagant, spending a lot of money on things that seem like we're just burning through money, and sometimes dates, when we're dating, that kind of irritates us after a while. I don't know, am I speaking for myself? Because after a while, I mean, dates are cool. Like, you definitely need to take me on a date. Definitely don't be stingy on me. You know, show me that you care. But I would rather, like, go home and cook, have a home cooked meal, like, be frugal and smart with our money. Don't keep taking me out on dates and spending a bunch of money if we don't have it like that. I think that interferes sometimes in the dating, and then we just start seeing like, and it interferes with it because our person is like, I'm trying to take you out, I'm trying to show you a good time, and it's like you don't appreciate it. I think that's why that came up in that fifth house, because the fifth house governs romance and the dates and all like that, the courtship. You would see that in the fifth house, so that makes sense. Okay, what else did I want to do, guys? All right. So, yeah. So, why am I seeing the Hermit show up in so many places throughout the reading? That's what inspired me to take this time and look at Virgo's house. So, it doesn't have to be actual Virgo showing up, it's Virgo Venus. You know, we're tapping into love readings so far, and Venus is currently in Virgo's house. So, yay for us Virgos. Yay, Venus is in our house, guys. And then also everybody tapping into love right now. It's a Venus Virgo dynamic that we're dealing with. Again, so acts of service is a love language right now. Okay, so I wanted to look at that. What else? What else? I feel better about that part. Okay, let's see. Oh, you guys wanted to do some oracle or get a message? So, who's still here? You can go ahead and let me know. Are you still here? You said check what messages from spiritual guides are for me right now. I'll pull a couple of cards for you. You still here, sweetie pie? Link it. Okay, so while I wait for confirmation to see if the person asking that question is still here, because I'm away from the chat at the moment, I want to pull some more cards from this deck for Virgo. Let's put out another Celtic cross here. Dear Holy Spirit, are there any messages I can get for Virgo right now? Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Judgment. And oh, Queen of Cups. Okay. Okay, sweet. So yes, we're seeing forward movement here for Virgo. Reconciliations are on the horizon for you. And we have the mindset of moving connections to a higher level of commitment. We are getting love, though. We're getting cups at the moment. So, which is a good thing, right? Reconciliations. You gotta walk, you gotta crawl before you can walk. Reconciliations. Love is on the horizon. Cups of love. Finding that one. Okay, with the Ace of Swords, having clarity. I feel like so this is a time period where we, those of us looking and mindful about love, are finding what's really important to us in our value systems and what type of lover we're looking for, what type of qualities and characteristics we want in our relationships. So it looks like coming to clarify and define those values. We do have the Five of Fire making an appearance here. So there is rejection. For some of us who are going through rejection, where our love offers are being declined or have been declined. But it looks like too, with this reconciliation energy in the picture, actually in the second position, it's on the table, but it is challenging. Looks like there's new chapters, a new chapter, which is difficult to walk away from something you've invested time. It's difficult to take and accept the rejection that some of us have received for our love offers. And so it looks like there's a challenge walking away. So for those of us who are having to accept rejection and walk away, there has been a universal consistent consensus I've even noticed in other readers encouraging us, Virgo, to embrace our new chapter and encourage us to keep going, keep an open mind to love, letting us know that the more we release the past, the better suited we are to accept new love that is coming in for us. And don't forget, and I'm not hearing it often enough yet, that Venus is in our house. And so the more we hold on to past and we linger in that regret, the more time we waste in the potential of finding new love. Okay, great. So that's the energy that we're looking at here. This for me is my bachelor, bachelorette energy. Also speaking of the current person of interest, you, Virgo, standing on your square at a position of leverage. And we're looking at the Queen of Pentacles coming towards that energy. So this is external energy coming towards Virgo, the Queen of Pentacles. So it looks like a wish fulfillment is on the horizon for you. That relationship that you desire to ascend to a higher level of commitment. That lover who is also looking for what you're looking for and available and willing to put the work in to show and prove. That's Capricorn's energy. But looking at it with the sentiment of Capricorn's house, that is the house that puts the work in to show the effort, to show and prove, and also careers. So it also talks about some of us Virgos are actually pouring our passion and our love into ourselves to cultivate our gifts and to start launching some projects that we have, getting into a new career endeavor, you know, looking at that part of it. In our heart of hearts, we have the Star. So I feel like that really correlates with the Ace of Swords here, coming to terms and realizing what's really important to us, what we're looking for, the qualities that we're looking for in our lover, and also finding those qualities in ourselves if we're kind of striking out in love. And we, you know, I don't know about you, Virgo, but me, it takes a while to get over rejection. It takes a while for me to get over a failed relationship. And I like to move my energy around out of love when I fail in love and focus more on my projects and more on Pentacle, you know, Earth energy. What's going to help build me up and help me be a better person. That's a wish fulfillment. Either case, those of us who are working on love, because we did see a lot of Virgos actually find true love. They're taking time to retreat, spend quality time together. We've seen weddings, we've seen engagements, a lot of that on the horizon for Virgo. True love, chemistry, attraction. So there's a wish fulfillment in our heart of hearts. And what are we looking for? Okay, and we're finishing off with the King of Cups. So having the Queen of Cups grounding and the King of Cups in our outcome position, I see and I feel like Virgo, we're going to be successful in getting what we want. But it reminds me of that saying that says, you know, shoot for the moon because you may land among the stars. So I was seeing that we're starting out with the Knight of Pentacles. We want a connection that's going to ascend to a higher level of commitment. We don't want to waste our time. We want something that's going to last a lifetime, or at least give us rewarding lessons in the process. And we see we have those high aspirations. Some of us are getting those high aspirations, but especially in the suit of cups, emotional fulfillment, passion, and love. Okay, so I wanted to look there for us. And let's see. You're here? Okay, great. So I'm in the chat with you. And I can see that you said that you're here. So I'm going to take a moment to stack the deck. And get ready to pull some cards for you. After that, I was also reminded that I want to do another reading for you guys, for us, Virgo. And I want to look at, I want to look at what's coming toward us. I just want to look at the energy that's what's coming toward us. Not just only in love, but, you know, hoping to get, let's see what we can get. Then I want to go again and see, yeah, who's gonna fight for our love. Because that's really the series that we're introducing to the channel. How will they show up to fight for our love? Will they fight for our love? How will we show up to fight for their love? I'm gonna look at that dynamic. So this deck, I feel like keeping this one stacked in its sequential order. This one is hard shuffled, so I'm going to keep it like that. So I'm just going to put these cards back. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Alright, there we go. So this one is ready. Okay, so pulling some oracle cards for you. Thank you for letting me know that you're still here. I'm going to pull some love oracles. And let me double check. It said, can you check what message from spiritual guides might have for me right now? Forgiving and learning. Calling in your soulmate. True love. Those are the oracle cards that I pulled. Forgiving and learning. Calling in your soulmate. And true love. Okay. Let's see. Let me pull a couple more cards. All right. Okay. True love. So I feel like what we have here is the forgiving and learning. So that puts on the table the Apprentice card. That's, I feel like, you know, releasing the past, taking those lessons that were learned. So it doesn't necessarily talk about, what they say, pour out the bath water in the baby. Not necessarily having to do that, but take the lessons, taking what matters, what was learned, forgiving what you can, leave the rest. So it has this apprentice energy. And then calling in your soulmate. Here's the Knight of Cups. I feel like that's the representation of calling in your soulmate. And then we had True Love in the Oracle deck was the other card that was pulled. The Ten of Fire is this card here. So I feel like that was the one that was going with the true love energy. So it's like once the forgiving and the learning, and once starting to call in the soulmate, knowing what it is that you want in a soulmate, and having those qualities in your heart, then the reality of the soulmate is coming in. So I feel like this Ten of Fire is that breakthrough, the process of letting go, the process of breaking through, of releasing it. It's easier said than done, but once it happens, once we get to the 10, once we pass the 10, which is easier said than done, a lot of times it takes a process. Time is healing. Then we get to our ace. Then you get that oracle card, the true love. And I'm reminded too that in some places in our house, we got the oracle card speaking on loving ourselves first. And I'm having to go through that, loving myself first, learning how to do that, and learning how necessary that is to bring into a relationship, so that I learned myself how I was being having vampiric energy, draining my person. I didn't understand why I was draining my person, but it was because of the lack of love I had for myself. And I love myself, so I'm like, I really love myself. I don't have that bad self-esteem. What's going on? But bringing that aspect into my relationship, I was learning that I didn't bring that, so I was draining my person. Anyways, I don't know if that makes any sense. But that's how it smooths over, because personally, when I got this message talking about love yourself first, it was a little frustrating and annoying to me, because I was like, that's a riddle I didn't understand. Because I do love myself. I want love. Anyhow, I don't know if that helps you, but this hermit is talking about inner love, work, healing, and getting to this guiding light part. So we have this meditation, this moment. So there may be a no contact situation going on. It looks like communication is coming. Here goes the Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Communication, clearing blockages, forward movement, this decisive energy of knowing what you want, knowing how to go about getting it, and also having your inner cups fulfilled with the Nine of Cups. So I feel like that's a confirmation of what the Oracle was stating in progression. Taking that time out to heal, to balance, to learn, to release, calling in the soulmate, knowing what you want, and then with knowing what you want, how to go about getting it becomes even more clear. We have the clearing of the blockages. We have the passion coming in, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Is that the beautiful outcome of when we love ourselves and we're able to bring that aspect of love for ourselves into our connection. We come in whole and self-healing and able to heal others, and self-sustainable, able for our cups to run over within ourselves. Alright, then we have the Justice, Libra, Venus, love energy coming through. And what we have here is the Seven of Swords, which is distrust. This is someone stringing along, a manipulator, a liar, a cheater. So this is good to have in our challenge position. It also gives additional context to why it's so difficult to release and to learn. As you know, I was saying, I said, I see that's easier said than done. Well, no matter. No wonder, because the Seven of Swords is next to this Knight of Love, this cup of love. There has been betrayal, backstabbing, manipulation, disappointment. And so taking that time to learn and to forgive and to release and prepare for a new love, for your true love to come in. Once that part is sorted out, not to hold the next potential lover accountable for what a past lover does. That's what that time when we're healing, it helps us be in a better position of forgiving and learning, forgiving ourselves even, and taking those life lessons for ourselves more than the person who did the betrayal. Helps put us in position to receive and to embrace true love and not hold our true lover accountable for what happened. So in the past. So the Five of Fire making an appearance there, in the Moon here, and the Ten of Cups. So I feel like these lessons, you'll have the intrinsic lessons to have the appropriate type of discernment to block out energy that's not conducive for your highest good, to take those past lessons, although you forgive and you learn from it, you don't forget, You get better at blocking it out so it doesn't waste your time, and have an open mind towards love with this moon energy. And we're coming out here with the Ten of Cups, so I'm really glad to see success at the end of the day. This is definitely a process. And let me go ahead and clarify this moon energy. Let's see. And you're welcome, my pleasure. Let's take a look at what is behind the moon. What's going on with this moon? Okay, the first thing that I'm reminded of is this energy here has moon energy. The Seven of Swords, moving in secrecy with ulterior motives and agenda. That Seven of Swords. Let's see, but what else is in the moon? No, I was gonna say I don't like picking out signs, but because this is your reading, right? Did pick up that there could be some air signs, but there's so many signs on the table. Okay, look, if it's not an air sign that you're dealing with, but this is the King of Swords, because the King of Swords have made appearances. This is the energy that talks about knowing what you want and knowing about how to go about getting it. Knowing what you want and knowing how to go about getting it. So yeah, I feel like that moon energy was talking about that time of discernment, getting better. Here's the Six of Swords, moving out of a toxic situation into a better situation. So yeah, and this moon energy is talking about you might start off unsure because this is a process, but coming to that dynamic clarity and moving out of a toxic situation into a better situation. Okay, that was a rough sketch of a reading. Thank you for bearing with me. I apologize if it did not resonate. Thank you for the opportunity. It was fun. But yeah, that's what I got. And you're welcome, sweetheart. But so, work. Okay. Yeah, because if that wasn't about a love interest, it also looks like potentially work might be something that you're, whatever it is that your passion is. Ten of Fire, Six of Cups, Three of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Okay. So the Hermit embodying, doing the inner work. Let's take a look at the Hermit. Leo, Virgo. Okay, I just want to read a bit about the Hermit. Any hermit can tell you that it's lonely at the top, especially when others are expecting you to shine a light of wisdom and experience to guide them to. The hermit isn't part of ordinary civilization, but he does keep watch over the world. He's reclusive, but he's not exclusive. His followers know where to find him. He even holds a lamp of wisdom to serve as a beacon and a guide. In astrology, Virgo is the sign of duty, work, and service to others. And the Hermit, it typifies the Virgo's personality, which is self-disciplined, it's conscientious, it's reliable, and exacting. A troubleshooter who can spot flaws and fix them. The Hermit card usually represents wisdom, prudence, and illumination, as well as philosophy, introspection, and meditation. The card illustrates the concepts of solitude, silence, and leadership by example. Virgo is represented by the Virgin, more spiritual than physical, almost holy and pure. In fact, the glyph for Virgo looks like a pair of angel wings, or a V, and an M like Michael, the initials of Virgin Mary. That doesn't mean that the Hermit is destined for a life of celibacy. All right. Virgos give of themselves by choice and not out of a sense of duty. They have integrity and they always stay true to themselves. All right. So let's see what else. I want to read more about Virgo and about the Hermit. Let's see. Getting the Hermit here in a love reading. It says there's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Be okay with being alone. There is no true love with a partner unless you love yourself first. If the Hermit comes in reverse in a love reading, it suggests a sign of rejection or failed relationships, feelings of bitterness and hatefulness toward the idea of love. Use this alone time to improve yourself for the sake of loving yourself. Now, if you get the Hermit and you're doing a money reading, it suggests your accounts are frozen, but don't despair. A lull in financial activity will allow you to regroup and recover, putting you in a better position in the future. And if you get the Hermit in a career reading, it says you got a bright idea. Nobody else seems to understand. It says, but keep believing in this bright idea. The Hermit recommends that's what you do. Believe in it. So I feel like that Hermit in a career reading, it talks about being ahead of the curve. Because us Virgos, we know, man. I know. We come up with a good idea and it's way before anybody's time. And they be trying to shoot us down and diminish our belief in our goal. And the next thing that you know, either that thing done took off and it did what you said it was going to do or better. And or you see the people who are kicking you down trying to do what you said. But anyhow, let's see what else. Okay, so yeah, thank you for the opportunity. And now I wanted to get into Virgo, look at the houses again and see what energy is coming toward us in the near future. So we'll start again with the first house, which is Aries house, second house, Taurus house, third house, Gemini, fourth house, Cancer, fifth, Leo, sixth, other Virgos, 7, Libra, 8, Scorpio, ninth, Sagittarius, 10th, Capricorn, 11, Aquarius, and 12 is Pisces. All right. So we'll start in the first house again and see what's coming toward us in our connection, in our associations in the first house. Okay, so I'm going to give this a shuffle. Try to get into a deep shuffle. See, I'm seeing Hermit everywhere, y'all. The Hermit everywhere. Around the Seven of Cups, like what is going on? Then we have the Judgment making an appearance. Opportunities for reconciliation and opportunities for that eureka moment, that deep understanding, deep revelation. Also, for those of us who have been going through rejections, I'm the Virgo that keeps getting rejections. Finding that it's the Most High moving me around to where I'm supposed to be and not where I necessarily thought I'm supposed to be. But also looking at reconciliations coming towards you that you didn't even expect. You didn't even expect these reconciliation offers and attempts and desires. These lovers coming back. Once upon a time, you never thought that would happen. And it's beautiful that when it does happen, it's like, again, divine timing at work. These returned opportunities for, if nothing else, a beautiful friendship. One thing I love about being a Virgo, how do you guys feel? What I love about being a Virgo and is how I'm the same. Like, They come back, whoever comes back, old friendship, acquaintances, old lovers that rejected me initially, whatever, I'm the same. They will find me the same. And I'm just so grateful at the friendship, at the very least, the opportunity for friendship. And I feel like Spirit is letting us know too. Don't forget, Venus is in Virgo right now, so you have an opportunity for new love. For new love, God. And also, what's up with these third-party situations, man? I've been seeing the Hermit showing up in a lot of these third-party situations. So again, not to forget that the Hermit, Virgo's energy, we're going to be showing up, our energy is going to be showing up in a lot of houses for the significant fact we represent, our archetype represents healing. And when anybody, all of us have a hermit, all of us have the 12 signs in us. It's in our natal chart. When we're devastated, anybody, everybody is devastated by a third-party type situation, we will be having to go inside and heal ourselves. Heal ourselves. Take that moment to regroup. And that's when the Hermit makes appearances. So anyhow, I've shuffled. I'm starting to feel agitated seeing all of the, all of the blockages toward our loves, toward love. Okay, so let's take a closer look in the first house. Virgo in the first house. Dear Holy Spirit, please show Virgo's energy. What is coming towards Virgo in connections that have to do with the first house? AKA Aries house. You see the Virgo showing up again? The Hermit. Okay. And the 5 of fire making an appearance there. So at the moment, in this context, reminded me of the disclaimer. This is not going to resonate with everybody. It's not intended to. It's not everybody's story. Disregard it if it's not. I'll be back to do another. But this looks like someone has a very hard, overbearing mentality, like they're trying to force an issue. And it looks like whatever issue that they're trying to force is not a go. It's not filtering through the Hermit right now. They're withdrawn, they're working on healing, they're working on other things, moving their energy around, becoming more grounded within themselves. It has to resonate, and it's not resonating, so we're seeing a blockage. We're seeing some delays, arguments, maybe prone to happen is what is represented in a block. So it looks like it's not time for pushy narratives, even here. And it looks like, and again, this looks like it could be mutual energy too, because just going with the status quo in a Virgo and Aries connection. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I kind of feel like Virgo, we're probably having the more pushy energy towards wanting to get an established commitment. And it's a higher likelihood that it's Aries that's resisting wanting to be committal like that. And so, in this sense, the energy could go either way, because technically the way this reading should be read is this is Aries' energy. So, it would still suggest that somebody's being pushy about something and it's not resonating. So here it looks like most likely this energy, Aries would want to have something with Virgo without a commitment. And it looks like Virgo is just not going for it without a commitment. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Strength card here. Let's take a look at the energy, what's coming towards Virgo and their Taurus connections. Okay, let's see. Virgo and Taurus connection. Virgo and Taurus. Virgo and Taurus. Virgo and Taurus. Alright, so it looks like things are coming to a pause. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It looks like there's some distrust for the reason for the pause. Also a major arcana with that pause. But there looks like there's mutual love here with the Queen of Cups. But as far as that energy, you know, moving through to the end, progressing and maturing, it's come to a pause. This major arcana, something is a little bit off, basically. It needs to be alchemized, and only time can bring that sort of balance and harmony. The Seven of Swords is the distrust, sneaking, having ulterior motives, hidden agendas, but also it looks like, so if and when there's suspicion about, you know, forthcomingness and honesty, but it says though that when they do the deeper research, they don't find that to be true, because there's more honesty, there's more transparency, everything checks out, even though they have a doubt that something might not be all the way right, but everything seems to check out all the time, and or it's a legitimate misunderstanding. So there's 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and it looks like in time things come to bloom, things come to fruition, but it looks like a transformation needs to take place. Let's pull some oracle cards about that. What else? Wedding. Worthy of waiting for. Yeah, like there's a pause. Some things aren't automatically checking out. Romantic feelings, but there's more passion, there's more chemistry than anything else. But as far as the unrequited love, there is that, and I would have to feel like that's for those connections where there is some distrust. It looks like for those that just end up in the unrequited love after deeper contemplation and research, not everybody's coming out clean like a whistle. Well, so it looks like there's time and there's some alchemy that needs to take place for this connection to really get off the ground. Alright, let's move a little bit closer to the end by progressing in the 3rd house. Looking at Virgo and Gemini. Virgo and Gemini. Virgo and Gemini connections. What is coming up? 6 of Cups. Okay, so those are for those connections that have some history. Alright, here comes Gemini's energy and the King of Swords. Oh, okay. So we're looking at, there's potential for the juggling to stop. It looked like there was third-party interference energy. Yeah, that's what's coming up is killing this connection here. Is the third-party situation, the juggling. Oof, man. It looks like for, because yeah, this is coming up as Gemini's energy toward Virgo. There may be an attempt to stop the juggling, but it looks like a very painful pause. Like somebody, if they really are considering to not juggle anymore, it feels like it's a very painful sacrifice for them. And I'm saying that because of the Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Swords. Like every 10, once you get through the 10, there is the Ace of Swords. And even so, in the Ace of Swords, what will be the final determination? I feel like even with the King of Swords making this appearance, the King of Swords knows what he wants. The King of Swords knows how to go about it, and it's all energy specific, not gender specific. But for as the Queen, she may be a little on the fence. She might give you some grace. The King, he's very much decided and decisive, and that's pretty much the final word on it. But so let's take a look here and see what more comes out about the juggling. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like in the past there was a block, a wall up, boundaries established as far as what they're going to tolerate and what they're not going to tolerate. And when I say they, I feel like there's a high likelihood it could be on both sides, but this is supposedly Gemini's energy, so it feels like Gemini put a wall up, established some boundaries, maybe even blocked. Again, that could be both ways. And so when that happened, we're looking at, you know, that's when there could have been a departure, a new chapter, a release in this connection, letting it go. But we're looking at the Eight of Swords, where the energy is still there. They're not letting go. This is the type of not letting go that you might ask, why? Like, why am I still holding on when everything is telling me to let go? It's also potential for the connection to progress and to move forward in a new chapter together, you know, with lessons learned and what do they say when you're compensating, or you know, you start to, you know, these are the boundaries. So either, is that the word, compensate for your partnership? Okay, there's this sadness and this strong desire for the commitment, for the connection to move to a higher level. Yeah, hoping and wondering if things will ascend to a higher level or not. And so here's the prayer, the meditation, the no contact energy. And so the justice being in the challenging position, and we already seen that it was difficult for Gemini to compromise. Is that the word that I say? Compromise? To let go of their juggling. And also, looks like Virgo doesn't know what's going to happen next, emotionally all over the place about it, but still sticking to their standards. So it looks like they both may have some standards that they've put forth, and then, but the hope and the desire is to have reconciliation. That would be a wish come true. Nine of Swords. Yeah, painful delays, not knowing, sleepless nights and some regret. Here's Virgo's energy, the Page of Pentacles, and the Heart of Hearts. Really hoping that they come back. Let's see, strength. See, again, the Ten of Swords, trying to be strong, but hurts like hell. And being left on a cliffhanger, not knowing. Waiting, Seven of Pentacles. Waiting for reciprocity. Waiting for a fair chance to have a relationship. But having standards about the nature of the relationship that they will entertain. Standards on both sides. Alright, so that's... I wanted to take a closer look there And so now, let's see, some oracle cards here, but oh, we did pull some already, didn't we? Talking about pay attention to the red flags. But here, now with all of that being said, it says give your relationship a chance. And it says attraction, true love, heart-to-heart conversations. All right. So I feel like this helped understand the pay attention to red flags and even the unrequited love. Now that we've gone into it a little deeper, you're seeing a shift in the energy that there is a chance, and heart-to-heart conversations is a good place to start. Or at the very least, that's the energy, like heart-to-heart conversations. What about that heart-to-heart conversations? Because it looks like at the moment there's no contact. For some connections, there's no contact. How do you have a heart-to-heart conversation when there's no contact? Let's see, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Fire, and the Apprentice. Well, that looks like the unrequited love connection. Nine of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Yeah. And that's still hanging in there. Justice. Wow, it's interesting how very similar cards are coming out. Magician. But this time we were talking about, we're looking for a sense of stability. How do you have heart-to-heart conversations if you're out of contact? If there's no contact right now? So the Four of Fire is in the challenging position, and we have the Magician accompanying that challenge. And for me, that's talking about alignment. Things have to come into alignment. It's not time. The time is off. Two of Cups. Five of Fire. And the High Priestess. Alright, so this is the dynamic. I like to call it like a schematic. An energetic schematic. That there's, you know, a block up. There's no communication. But an opportunity may present itself for this connection to get off the ground. The High Priestess is in the outcome position, so if it's meant to be, it'll be. All in divine timing. But there's also a high warning to not forget, Virgo. Venus is in Virgo right now, pressing the issue for someone to love you when they've decided not to, or they have a third-party situation. And we have a rare aspect with Venus in our house right now. Somebody's gonna want to love you. I chuckled because I heard that. I laugh every time when I hear this voice. I don't know, it's like a meme that goes viral. And somebody says, I know somebody who likes it. Oh my God. I think that is... No. But as for me, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I've been called to do this. I've been called to do this. I think I'm gonna be... Well, let me be quiet, yo. I don't want to be single. I don't want to be single. But for this Virgo, seems like this is my calling right now. I've been getting rejected. So I don't like forcing anybody to love me. Honey. Rejection hurts. But I'd rather tell you the truth. I'd rather you tell me the truth. Damn it. Man, well, that explains that. Oh Lord, have mercy. I felt tired on that one. I lost some energy. Let's see. I hope I can get my energy up in the 4th house. Cancer. Virgo. Oh, there we go. Virgo. Virgo and the 4th house. Ooh, and there goes our Cancer. It showed right up, y'all. King of Cups. All I wanna do. And the 2 of Swords. So there's some uncertainty. There's a crossroad. Let's go faster. So it looks like somebody wants to have a relationship that lasts a lifetime. You know, that's what it's all about. Commitment and getting some uncertainty. How's about Virgo and Leo? High Priestess. And a new beginning. Alright, looks like there's potential in this house with Virgo and Leos. Looks like things have potential to get off to a new start with the 4 of Fire in the 1st position, the High Priestess, and the Apprentice. But it also looks like it could go either way. Either a new start or moving apart. Chemistry, wedding. Make the effort. Yes, that's what it's about. Making the effort. Attraction. Okay. That's why it looked like it could diminish. So it looks like it's on its way up, but it could diminish without applied effort. Reciprocal energy. You know, make an effort to show interest. Let's take a look with Virgo and other Virgos. Hello. Hey. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. What's going on with Virgo and other Virgos? And thanks everybody for your support on the video and on the channel. Ooh, this one looks like a real good one, man. Both of you showing up single, available, with Venus in your house. And it looks like there's a high likelihood for this new dynamic, passionate start. So, yay for Virgo and Virgo connections. Woohoo! Alright. Virgo and Virgos understand the assignment. You both want something that's gonna last. Alright, let's take a look at Virgo in the 7th house. Virgo with Libra. There we go, showing up. The Magician. 4 of Cups. It does look like a missed opportunity because it looks like the timing is really good. It looks like you're available. However, not emotionally available. Physically available, but not really, because the Hermit is that recluse, withdrawn energy. So it looks like the timing is out of sync. Like Virgo at the moment is going through a healing process and just working on themselves and projects and other things that they're not expressing outwardly. Like it's on a need to know base type energy. They're working on something in private. They're recluse, like they're in their hermit cave, like me, reading the tarot. Like I'm doing this all day long. So I'm not really available. Miss opportunities here because it's like it is a good It is a good time. So it looks like this is a very good time for Virgo and Libras to get something off the ground. So, woo, I just have to say, woo. That sounds really nice because I personally think Virgo and Libra connections are amazing. But it looks like emotionally and physically, they're not really available. So it looks like potential missed opportunity. Let's take a look at Virgo and Scorpio connections. Virgo and Scorpio. Ooh. Like, when did my Two of Pentacles come in reverse? But that's the type of reversals I take. Because I kind of go out of my way to not have reversals. So when I get one, it's like, oh, well, you gotta take that one. And in context, it's a good thing. It also seems to resonate. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Y'all. So again, it looks like a lot of chemistry here for Virgo and Scorpio. It looks like this connection is one that could prompt your person to drop their options, to drop other options and focus on this one. Gush gush, if you know what I mean. I'm just going to leave that right there. And then it looks like, oh, how beautiful that this is a connection that for those Virgos that are reclusive, not really out and about too much, as I had described, like even me, I'm not available for anything, I'm doing this. But for those connections, it looks like your person can meet you in your little hermit bubble. They may be, yeah, I was going to say they may be kind of in a hermit mode themselves, or at least they moving in a capacity where they can meet you in your hermit introverted bubble. You guys have a dynamic love connection. Also, it represents, this could be the connection that heals you, that helps, because this is healing, introspective, inner healing. So to be met with the King of Cups, they are a healer. You're both healers. Wow. Both healing each other. But I'm getting some resonance and some chemistry there. Let's again complement it with some oracle cards. True love. Reconciliation. You deserve love. Attraction. Woo. You see there? Nothing but net. Nothing but net. It's a win, y'all. Oh, okay. Let's keep going. Alright. Let's take a look at Virgo with Sagittarius. Virgo and Sagittarius. Oh boy. What's going on? Dun, 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 dun. So there's some obstructive interference, looking at a block. Yeah. And it looks like, kind of looks like potential ghosting. So if you're wondering why, it's because some obstructive interference. What's going on with these Three of Pentacles? Dear Holy Spirit, please show me why. Why the Three of Pentacles? Oh, look guys. Three of Swords. Some betrayal. Alright, some betrayal. And it looks like there could be a familiar pattern. So it just looks like also with that Five of Swords, they don't even feel like conversating. They don't want to hear. It looks like Virgo doesn't want to conversate. They don't want to hear it. They feel like they know what they know, and that's enough. And they just want to go on, move on. So they've blocked, ghosted. Now this isn't for every connection for sure. Not at all. Actually, a lot of times I was getting more positive reading for Sagittarius and Virgo. So this is for a select few that it's like if your Virgo ghosted you. If Sagittarius, ghosted Virgo. It also looked like some mutual energy there, so a soulmate type of a connection, twin flame soulmate. Let's, before moving on, pull some oracle cards for that. Religious factors, okay? Because that makes sense, right? How they didn't even want to hear it. They don't want to have a conversation. They don't want to hear it. There was something, some obstructive interference that rendered some distrust. So it was already settled for them. And it's like religious factor, something that's hardwired in them was violated. Other than that, we have playfulness. So it looks like we have a soulmate. I was picking up on that soulmate, right? Definitely was a soulmate. An attraction. Other than that, it is saying that your energy, they do love. They actually also love you. They love it. Express your love. And so that would also suggest, even though it looks like your person doesn't want to have a conversation about it, or if they try to have a conversation, there's overbearingness, like one person is more aggressive in getting their point across. It feels like a one-sided conversation. It doesn't go two ways. It's what it looks like. But other than that, though, they look like a very good connection. The chemistry, they love your personality. Now, me being a Virgo too, that is true. It's crazy. It's like Sagittarius and a Virgo connection. You can't really live with them, and you can't live without them type energy. And the things that get on your nerves about them are the things that you love. That's how I feel anyways about Sagittarius. It's the things that rake on my nerves. Low-key are the things that drive me crazy about you. It's just really weird. And then it's also weird if I tell you I love you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius might answer and say, I love me too. And why in the world am I tickled by that and I don't care? I'm just like, you're so effing crazy. You are crazy, Sagittarius. You're crazy. But they also know how to push those buttons. Let's go and look at Virgo and Capricorn. Alright, coming in here with the King of Swords energy. And the Ace of Swords. Ooh. Capricorn, you are the one to be putting your darn foot down. Huh? You just want to say, this is how it is. This is how it is. Take it or take it. There is no leaving it. You know you want it. Type energy. I know you want it. And I know how to push those buttons. Virgo type energy. Like, oh, for reals? Capricorn? You coming like that? Well, let's see what else could be stated, because it could also be like, what's going on? Are these multiple lovers, or is this the same lover? Okay. What about this? Oh. Okay, look guys, did you see that? I hope that was in the camera. Because see, that's why I go out of my way to put that in the camera. Was that in the camera, guys? Anyways, y'all, it's the same person, okay? This is not talking about a third-party situation. I read it the right way the first time. Because when I wanted to clarify this King of Fire, I got the King of Swords. So let me know it's the same. Alright, that's what I'm getting, y'all. Nothing but net. Well, let me not speak so soon. Let's confirm it in the Oracle deck. Wedding. Make the effort. Can you see it? Make the effort. I was reading like Virgo. You know you want it. Make the effort though. That's what that means. Attraction. Religious factors. Oh, okay. Some deeper meaning. Like, make the effort, but why aren't you making the effort? There's some sort of conflict religious wise, philosophically, the way you think about something. That's the hiccup. That is the hiccup. So what now? It was almost nothing but net. But the way you think about something, the way you think about it. Let's see what's going on. see what's going on. Oh, and that's the other thing that's being stated too. It's like respectfully, Capricorn, low key, high key, actually, because Capricorn, I need to get into Capricorn's reading because Capricorn's been showing up throughout all the houses too. A lot of the houses showing up talking about that addictive type rolling around in the sack, curl your toes, like you didn't know Capricorn was coming like that, did you? I didn't know Capricorn was coming like that, but how could I not? Because their archetype is the devil card. It's like, man, they they're talking about knocking some socks off. So yeah. But the reason why I said that is because they're patient but really not. They really like to get it off the ground. They're patient, but then after a while it's like, you know, if everything is a green light, what is the hold up type energy, you know? Yeah, and you see here how there's another holdup right here. So the holdup is being emphasized again and again. It's the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords in the challenge position. Like, what is it? You know, what is it? Why isn't this getting off the ground? What is it that you don't understand? But it's the way these are swords. Swords are information, communication, logic. So there's something in the logic that's off. It told us it was religious factors. It's the philosophical, it's the way you think about a certain thing. But other than that, it looks like a green light. I was hearing that song by John Legend, The Green Light. Yay. Alright, that's what we got going on in that house. Now, what else? Let's move to our 11th house, which is Aquarius's house. Virgo and Aquarius. Let's see what's going on. Hey, in the chat. Capricorn has... Oh my goodness. So crazy. Hello, hope you have a nice day. Oh, hey, sweetie pie. Hey, you guys. Oh my gosh, look at all this. Talk about Capricorn. Alright, so we have information in the chat about what the pause is and some Capricorn connections. Now, as far as the reading requests, for those of you who stick around till the end, if you're still here, I'll be checking to see who is still here. You said... There's another Capricorn. We're getting feedback from Capricorn cross watchers and for Capricorns also. I get it, young. I got some Capricorns in my heart forever and ever. It don't even matter. I know they love me. I love them back. But there are some Capricorns, especially recently. It's crazy. Kind of for the first time in my life, because I've always been good with Capricorn, just being fellow earth signs. But I have met some Capricorns recently that's just like, whoa. I'm not even going to get into it because generally I love Capricorn too much to be assigning that energy to all of them. Alright, let's look at our amazing Aquarius connections with Virgo. Let's see what's going on. I said amazing, and I got the Ten of Swords coming up. Let's see, Three of Cups and Page of Swords. Oh wow. Dun, 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 dun. So let me clarify the Ten of Swords. Oh, I see. Okay, so I wanted to clarify the Ten of Swords here. I got the Knight of Pentacles. I want to keep on looking at that Ten of Swords, because sometimes the Ten of Swords is like a headache. Alright, yeah, this one looks like it's a headache. Okay. Sometimes that Ten of Swords is a headache, but sometimes it is passion. It's a good headache. Well, I don't know, I said that just because. Anyways, it talks, sometimes it's passion, like that, you know, adult activities. But sometimes it is the headache that's not the good headache. Alright, so the Ten of Swords, I feel like with the clarities, with the clarifiers, someone wants a commitment, you know, they want something secure, and the other, if that's a headache, that's what's stressing out the connection. It's like, no, no, no. So let's see about these Three of Cups. Yeah, so it's giving the bachelorette energy, and also the apprentice. Just letting you know. So it kind of went from like locked in type energy to kind of nothing. For those who kept on pushing the issue, that wouldn't take the connection for what it is, what it has to offer, kept pushing for more or wanting more. It's almost like, give me all or nothing. So it looks like it kind of ended up being nothing. And it did look like for somebody in this connection, the all that they were giving was a lot. It almost seemed like this is more than I give anybody, but it still wasn't enough. This is more than what I give anybody, and that was 1 foot in, but leaving options open, 1 foot out. It's like, you're the one that has my heart. You're the one I come home to. You're the one that, for some, I share bills with. You know, you're the one I share a family with. You're the one, but I'm keeping my options open though. And the other one is just like, that's not enough. I don't want 1 foot in and 1 foot out the other. Especially because we have all these things together, as you said. You know, come home, be with me. And it's just like, no. It's almost like you should have been happy with what you had type energy, because that is what it is, and that's what you get. And that was more than what, you know, kind of like that word compromise. Yeah, it is that compromise. That was a compromise. And if that's not good enough for you, then I don't know what to tell you. And I feel like that's Aquarius standing on business with this. But again, it's mutual, so we're getting a twin flame soulmate connection here, because totally mutual, because this is talking about a mindset, and it almost looks like both of you have your own mindset and you're standing on it. So there's a block, you know, the boundaries, even maybe arguing, you know, in love. It keeps, you know, it keeps reiterating that there is love in this connection. So the arguing was respectfully, but it's disagreements and boundaries start to go up. Boundaries, like ultimatum type boundaries, like, you know, so that created some conflict in her. And I feel like too, especially with this Five of Fire that comes out with the Three of Cups here, that your person may have really tried. They really tried to entertain this. Boundaries, not entertaining third parties in a disrespectful way. They tried to compromise. They tried to do it. But it still seemed like it created some issues. However, wow, this says here that there's potential for a reconciliation. There's potential for a second chance, so to speak. Doesn't mean it was just only 2 chances, but yeah, look at that even, guys. It's even on the bottom of the deck. Reconciliation and the Knight of Fire. And coming out with the Queen of Cups here, Also looking like marriage card coming to meet this Queen of Fire. So this is a yes. This is compromise and a new chapter. Learning lessons and moving forward in a new chapter. So wow, you guys, putting your foot down actually looks like it's working. Wow. Look, thank you for your grace, you guys, because I'm kind of, like I said, I don't have anything going on, so I'm just over here looking like a Disney movie, like, ooh, it worked, guys. You put your foot down. You said this is what you want. This is what you need for your person. Blocking out that third party situation. And it looked like your person was trying to compromise with you. So let me see what's going on. Ooh. Let me see. Oh, see there, guys? The Ace of Cups. Yeah. It looked like your person was trying to compromise with you. Oh, look at the King of Pentacles. That's committal. And there's the King of Pentacle energy right there, too. Okay, the Ten of Fire. It's the breaking point. There goes the Nine of Fire, just one away from the 10. That's in the past. Well, alright guys. That's really nice. Let me get some honeymoon. Really? Honeymoon? True love? Oh my god, what? Virgo? Guys. It's safe for you to love. What? It's safe for you to love. And then there is the unrequited love, okay? This is not a storyline that's going to meet with everybody. Some, it was not a go. Some, there was not that compromise. But this overall is saying, wow, y'all, you guys, Virgo, a honeymoon with Aquarius, what is that like? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Honeymoon Aquarius with Virgo. Oh my god. What is that like? Woo. Okay. Anyways. That's really beautiful. Okie dokie. Now let's look at Virgo with Pisces. Pisces. Okay, let's see what's going on. Hey, hi Neon. Hello chat. Thank you all for your support on the video. Let's see what's going on with Virgo and Pisces. Ooh, la la la. Ooh. Okay, so anyways, we're coming into this connection with the Ten of Pentacles. So this looks like one of those for the books. You guys had it all. But somebody got a very strong mentality about something. Oh, and it was very toxic and caused a tower moment. Oh my gosh, and your person holding back from you. So, man, you guys had it all. Have it all, had it all, have it all. Somebody had a very strong mentality. Came to a breaking point. Very toxic. What in the world was that? Let me see. Okay, Ten of Swords. So the mentality is in the swords. It's the 10. It's a confirmation. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so there's our Queen of Pentacles in Virgo. But also, it's interesting. Queen of Pentacles is technically Capricorn. And again, I'm like, here goes Capricorn's energy again. Showing up in readings just about as often as the Hermit is showing up in readings. Well, this is 10th house, Saturn energy. Something very toxic and overbearing. But, so when the Queen of Pentacles is showing up here, what is going on, guys? What is that about? What is it? Wedding, forgiving and learning. Oh God. Whew. So yeah, see, you guys were moving in a higher level. You may be married already or was moving in that direction. You were either married on paper or energetically married. There was a wedding card that made an appearance, but then there's forgiving and learning. So something happened. Very offensive. It gave a tower moment. So let's see where things go from there. Oh, there's the Seven of Swords. And there goes Pisces energy. Oh, what happened? Oh, man. So we do have Pisces energy coming out. But also the Page of Cups. Oh, and there goes Virgo in a neutral orientation. So it feels like, yeah. And there goes the Hangman. So we got this Pisces wanting a reconciliation, wanting another chance. But we have the Hangman energy. It's like it's in God's hands now. It's in God's hands now. Let's see what else. Alright, so let's cultivate our Celtic cross to get more information. Okay, so walls are up. There's a block that's up. It looks like a light block because my hard block is the 5 of fire or something more dramatic. This is the filter type of block. So it looks like there's walls up, there's boundaries, but they're not completely opposed to your energy. Ooh, there goes the tower though, guys. See how dynamic that is? They're still feeling the effects of whatever that betrayal was. It's still in the atmosphere. They're still holding back because of whatever that is. It still has a nasty taste in their mouth for sure. That's what's holding back from them. Only God can heal those wounds. That's totally a violation of their moral fabric. Whatever took place, it is totally out of the ballpark of who they are. Let me see here. King of Pentacles. There goes my hard block. The 5 of fire. Okay, so that's in a challenge. So here it's also letting me know that there is some hesitancy to come back towards Virgo because of a fear that they'll be hard blocked again. Because this lets me know that there's a diminished sense of a block. It's not as hard as it was before, but any wrong move could result in the harshest type of a block. So it looks like you're in their mind and they have more good thoughts about you than not. Here goes the communication. They think about communicating. They want to communicate with you. So Virgo, it says your Pisces wants to communicate with you, but they're apprehensive to. They think about it a lot. It almost looks like, man, they're very close to wanting to communicate with you. Very, very, very close to wanting to communicate with you. But that's in their heart of hearts. If this was in this position, I would totally say, Virgo, you're about to hear from Pisces. But it's not in that position. It's in their heart of hearts. They're thinking about it a lot. And we're coming out with the Two of Pentacles here. So anyways, it suggests that, look at that. Okay, so you guys, sometimes the Two of Pentacles makes an appearance and is talking about a third party situation. Clarifying this one, this is the 1 foot in, 1 foot out. This is the wishy-washy, the wavering. This is, you know, they're thinking about you a lot. They want to come towards you a lot, but they're unsure about if they could, if they should. It looks like if they did, it could end up really, really bad. They're thinking it could end up very, very bad. Hey, beautiful Aquarius in the chat. Thank you everybody for stopping by here, saying hello, interacting with me. I appreciate it so much. Guys, can you believe I'm still not done? I'm not done. But that's what I have here, going through to kind of just check out the houses, see what's going on. And I want to take a closer look at some other things. I want to look at third-party situations. So this, it could be very redundant, like seeing repeat energy, but we might get other storylines that we haven't yet gotten before. And I want to look here because, again, I've been seeing the Hermit showing up in the third-party dynamics. So let me take a look and see. Okay. So I want to see what's going on with that third-party type stuff. As a fellow Virgo, my brand of Virgo, and I'm a woman, it's a little different for the men, I think. Respectfully, Virgo men, but I don't like third parties. I don't like to be obstructive interference. I don't like to be nobody's third wheel. And I don't think Virgo, I don't think we don't generally like being nobody's third wheel. So it was really fascinating to see the Hermit showing up in people's third party readings so many times. And I'm like, well, I'm a Virgo, so I don't know if it's my energy just because I'm the Virgo reading this, or is there actually a Virgo involved in these third-party situations, or is it because Venus is in Virgo right now? Like, what's going on, guys? So let's take a look and see. Alright. So please show me in regard to third-party energy. What is going on with Virgo in the first house, aka Aries? Alright, see what's going on with this third party in Aries dynamic. What's going on with third party and Aries connections with Virgo? Alright, so you see here, that's more consistent what I know about a Virgo. Virgo is not putting up with no third party situations. So, and the energy could be mutual. It could be Aries not wanting to put up with no third party situation. But you see here, this card that came out in reverse is the Judgment card. That's my reconciliation card. That is a no. You see this Queen of Swords coming out here? That is a hell no. Cut it out. Type it. Cut it out. And then you have the reconciliation card flying out in reverse. And this is the Venus and Virgo energy. This card is literally Venus and Virgo. Alright, so great. So in those connection, the Virgo is showing up because Venus is in Virgo right now. And it's hell to the no, to the no when it comes to third party situations. Let me take a look in seconds. Already kicking off the Queen of Swords in the neutral, but let me give myself a chance. See what's going on with Virgo in this third party energy in the second house. Third party energy in the second house. What's going on? Third party energy in the second house. Oh, what is going on? Gonna make me work for it this time, huh? Oh, something wanted to be seen, but then it didn't want to be seen. I'm about to fish you out. Where are you? You tried to hide. You're trying to hide. Emotionally disconnect to something equitable and fair. See what's coming towards you, a magician, waiting, some cups. Okay, so secretly, Six of Swords, but Six of Swords. Okay, I see why you didn't pop out. Because this looks, okay, this looks fair. That energy was fair. And it didn't apply. That was beautiful energy right there. Let's take a look. Third party. We're looking at third party. So far, I got 2 queens on the table. Oh, I got 3 queens. Ah, oh, no. 3 queens, y'all. 3 queens coming out. Oh, y'all. I can't. I can't. I cannot. Oh. And there goes our sword energy, okay? Because I'm like, the only queen that's missing on this table is the Queen of Swords. We've seen the Queen of Swords actually pop out initially. I put her back in because I wasn't sure. She came out in a neutral orientation, yo. Do you remember her sliding through? And like, well, she was looking like the swords woman that she is in a neutral orientation. So there goes our swords energy. Swords woman or man standing out there at the edge of the dock of the bay waiting for the ships to come in. Like, nah. Queen of Swords already says, nah, if you got some third party energies. Okay, but anyhow, y'all, it appears to be some third parties going on there. All the queens done had to pop out. The Queen of Swords ain't having it. But then again, that goes back to what the Queen of Swords represent. And we all have Queen of Sword energy in us. We all have all the queens. But the Queen of Swords, you know, she's logical. She's technical. She's not going for it. She's the one that will cut you. She's the one that cut it out. Okay, let's see what's going on with these different queens. What number rules Virgo? The colors are really pretty. Oh, thank you, Libra. Hey, beautiful Libra. Libra is a Queen of Swords. Aquarius is the Queen of Swords, and Gemini is Queen of Swords. But here's how we could tell the numbers that we're on. Virgo's in the 6th house. So Virgo's number is number 6. Taurus's number is 2. Oh, look, I'm trying to look for the Queen of the Queen of Pentacles, and there she is on the top of the deck. So Taurus is number 2. Aries is number 1, 2. Gemini is 3. Cancer, Virgo is 6. Libra is 7. Scorpio is 8. Sagittarius is 9. Capricorn is 10. Aquarius 11. And Pisces is 12. I like to say that as often as possible because on this channel, I use numbers a lot to designate the houses that are being read for. Okay, so let's see. Is there any energy here to clarify in regard to the Queen of Pentacles? 4 of Fire. King of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this reminds me, of course, we're in Virgo's house. So Virgo is the Queen of Pentacles, and in this context, Virgo would be the main woman. So that was really nice. Thank you, dear Holy Spirit, because I was distracted after answering questions, getting in the chat. I was like, where am I? Oh yeah, we're in Virgo's house, so that clarifies. And what about the Queen of Cups? Why is the Queen of Cups here? Okay, 4 of Fire. King of Swords. 6 of Swords. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is here under the impression that they thought they were the main one too. You know those connections like we could find ourselves in, and we thought we were the only one, and we find out that there is someone else in the picture, and then we just like leave that alone. So that's what I was getting in the 6 of Swords type energy. Did not want to be sticking around while knowing that there's a third party situation there. And also the Queen of Cups represents the intuitive nature. Whereas when we talked about the Queen of Swords, that's the logical, informational part. And we all have every queen in us. The Queen of Pentacles, that's the one that's coming in as the main woman. What about the Queen of Fire? Okay, 4 of Pentacles. Alright, the Queen of Fire was there also, not knowing about no third party situation and is not interested in being in a third party situation. So, interesting. There's third party, there's options here, but they're unsuspecting options. Nobody came into this reading wanting to fight to be in no third party situation. That's what I wanted to look at. Let's and that was in Taurus second house. So Taurus with Aries cusp energy and Taurus with Gemini cusp energy, and we were reading for the second house in that one. Now we're going to move to the third house, which is Gemini's house. Alright. So thank you so much for your support on the video and on the channel. Let's take a look at third party dynamics with Virgo. Okay, so Ace of Fire, Three of Fire, and Four of Fire. Okay, so sweet. This is showing no third party energy here. No third party energy here. This looks like a connection that's available to start a new love and move and progress to even more passion. So this is a connection that's not showing third party energy at all, but oh, why wouldn't I have the Seven of Swords in the Moon? So yeah, I would have to say there's no knowledge of a third party situation taking place here. But then there's that Seven of Swords in the Moon on the top and bottom of the deck. Alright, so I feel like this talks about some connections. It reminds me of the disclaimer that it's not intended, general readings are not intended to resonate with everyone. There are some connections on this table that do have third party energy, but those are hidden. They weren't, those were hidden. And as far as other connections, there's no one else there. It's these couples here exploring their connection passionately between themselves without third party. So there's either some hidden agenda and mischief going on, and we're looking at other connections that, as explained, there's nobody else except for them. So, hey, so I was looking at, you said that is so mysterious. It looks like I'm in the chat by myself, and then I have a comment there. I agree. It says, love yourself first. True love. Unrequited love. And reconciliation. So, we're getting a mix of everything. Love yourself first. Unrequited love. True love. And a wedding. So we're getting a mix of everything here in the third house. Attraction. Alright. And that's what we have on the table. So Virgo, we got to be careful in the third house. That's why initially when we first started off, no wonder we got pay attention to the red flags. Alright. I said put those other connections no, but pretending not to know. In the third house, it looked like that's a possibility because we had the moon with the Seven of Swords, so anything's possible with those. But the ones that had the straightforward, direct energy in the reading, no, because that's the purpose of this reading, is to pick up that type of energy, so that deception is supposed to be revealed with the intention. So far, there were no pretending for those that just came through straightforward off the bat. So that would have to mean that if they don't know, it's due to some deception, or even the level of deception that comes in with not knowing. It can happen a lot of different ways, like not asking initially meeting somebody and not really asking, not doing appropriate vetting, then that's like not knowing because of lack of time, lack of information, somebody not offering, you know. But yeah, so off the bat though, the intentions did not show not or not knowing because they're pretending not to know, except for in the third house. Let's look at in the fourth house, and even in the third house, again, to reiterate it, there was a very dynamic, straightforward, not knowing, and everything is moving forward in a passionate sense. With that fire is that passionate, you know, it's that hot and heavy passion, and the passion is so blinding that there is nobody else. It's just moving forward in that dynamic. But then you remember, there was the Seven of Swords and the Moon that I had to pull out. It was on the top and bottom of the deck. So then that goes to the, yeah, there could be a lot of deception at play. Could be, but that's in the third house. So let's take a look at Virgo in the fourth house in regard to third party energy. Third party energy. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to add though that we seen in the first house, and I also as the reader assume, based on what I have seen so far, that when it did come to the knowledge that, oh, there's third party energy here, there was a diminished presence and diminished effort in the connection, taking their energy out of the connection, not wanting to be a part of it, setting boundaries, you know, talking about, I don't want to deal with third party situations. That's what I've read so far. And I am looking at Virgo energy. And as a fellow Virgo, that's what inspired me to do the reading, because seeing Virgo's energy in so many of the third party readings that I did concerned me, because I'm like, that's not a typical Virgo attribute, and it's not something that I'm in. So what's going on with it? Then coming to conclude that currently Venus is in Virgo, Venus is in the 6th house, so that is why the Hermit, which is Virgo's archetype, is showing up in a lot of house readings as it pertains to love. So we did that type of research in the beginning of the video. Let's see here. So as far as in the 4th house, we're looking at forward movement, and we're looking at the connection moving to a higher level of commitment. I'm not seeing traces of third party situations in this. And I am looking at a little pause right here. So let's take a look at what that pause is about. And this is with the Virgo and Cancer connections. And then you said, let's see, there's a comment here that says, and the moon looked bright too, like a blinding light. So I get what you mean, that subtle difference of warmth and fire straight through being blinding versus the moon. Yeah, I like the illustration of the moon in this deck, that it is bright and it's illuminating. So let's see, to clarify this card combination, 6 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Fire. Okay, 6 of Cups. Alright, so I just wanted to look there to see if any of the delays has something to do with third party energy. It says no. It's more of a cold feet type of thing. That delay, having cold feet. Alright. So, great, that's what I wanted to look at for the 4th house. Now let's take a look at Virgo and Leo connections. Let's see. Alright, so I'm looking at Virgo energy, and aka 6th house energy, with Leo, aka 5th house energy. And in a way, guys, I don't know if you could follow me on this one, but in a way, I am literally picking up Virgo in Venus energy in this dynamic, because yeah, it's Venus is in Virgo right now, and the fifth house governs romance. It it governs that courtship. It governs the passion. You know, that dynamic in relationships. Let's take a look at Virgo and Leo connections. Alright, so, ooh, Ten of Pentacles and the Magician, the Hierophant, and the Justice. And the Hermit's card right here. So yeah, guys, off the top in this card combination, I am feeling a confirmation that yes, this house combination, Virgo and Leo, is very dynamic, especially with Venus being in Virgo and Leo governing a house that deals with romance. And it looks like this timing for this connection is coming into an alignment. Like this is a really great timing for Virgo and Leo connections to get off the ground. Oh, but with that being said, our Three of Pentacles shows up right away. That's really interesting. And our moon. We were talking about the moon in the chat. And there goes Virgo's energy. Woo. All right, so there we go. There with that third party energy here. So we're finding it in the fifth house. We're finding it in Virgo Leo connections. And it's talking about, could some not know? Yeah, and they find out. So they come. So this one looks like there's a high likelihood of meeting your person and finding this crazy chemistry, but then also finding out there's third party energy. Not knowing about it, feeling like you're the only one in this connection, but later leaning into your intuition and finding out, wait a minute, I'm not the only lover in this connection. So let's see here. And these Three of Pentacles, let's see, please clarify. The Three of Pentacles, Jack of Swords, Three of Swords, Jack of Pentacles, Four of Fire, Three of Swords. Okay, and in this dynamic, it is saying, take it all with a grain of salt. General readings aren't intended to resonate with everybody, but it is suggesting that Virgo is supposedly coming into this reading as the main, and they're unsuspecting that there's anybody else in their connection. But this one would be, pay attention to the red flags for me. Let me see what the Oracle deck would say. It actually says trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Man. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. All over the place. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Alright. Let your friends help you. Okay, so I feel like those oracle cards are reminders that there is a high resonance to look at this reading in its house symbolic context, the fifth house governing romance and courtship. Of course, you know, it's not surprising. Actually, you would really suspect to see third party situations in a house that governs romance and courtship. So I'll be interested to actually get some experience of reading in the fifth house to see how common that actually is. Like, you know, is there a time period in society, like maybe I will read and find that there are less third party situations and there's higher marriages and committed and monogamous energy, you know? But I'm just talking out loud, thinking out loud. Like, I think, I guess, I would assume definitely when marriages were more on the rise, when people got married more often, more frequently, took their marriages more serious. But anyhow, I'm just being reminded that it's not surprising to see third party situations in the fifth house, more so for the house and the symbolic part of it versus actual Leo and Virgo connections. It looks like for the Leo and Virgo connections, those were the ones that were getting off the ground with harmony, a lot of chemistry, and that's the Oracle card that talks about having trust. Mixed responses here. All right, so let's move on to look at Virgo with Virgo, as it has to do with third party energy. Virgo and Virgo, as it has to do with third party energy. Well, as it has to do with third party energy, that's the specific context I'm looking for. And this looks very curious. Nine of Cups, Ace of Swords, Four of Fire. So we're coming in here with our people of interest, Virgo and Virgo connections, ready for love, you know, single, available, you know, healed and ready. The timing is lined up, right? Venus is in your house. And so now we're moving forward. Let's see, knowing what you want, knowing how to go about getting that type energy. We got the Six of Swords. So we're pointing to some past connections here. All right, so again, reminded of the disclaimer that this reading is not intended to resonate with everyone. There's a particular storyline. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. Because this particular connection that we're dealing with now, as it pertains to third party, these are old connections, something familiar about this connection. And the Ten of Fire. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so in these old connections, they broke up due to third party. So we're looking at old connections that broke up due to third party. Yep. Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords type energy. It's talking about, but they're still attached. Their energy is still in a connection where they felt like there was third party energy that brought it to its knees. Six Virgos dealing with other Virgos. So again, coming into the connection, available, ready to love, having everything needed to have a healthy, dynamic, you know, power couple type of relationship. Okay, great. Getting more additional information. Okay, there's another storyline that is coming out. It is talking about Virgo comes into Virgo connections, ready to love. That's everything described. One of the Virgos is hurt due to third party energy, and the other Virgo, and they too heal each other. That's what's being described here. Virgo comes to Virgo, healing one another. You have a healer in your Virgo, and also for those that this resonates with, being able to finally experience true love and not having known what it's like to be loved like that. Alright, and that's what I thought about this third party situation, even the lovers with the the Three of Cups card on the top and bottom of the deck. So yeah, again, these Virgo connections come together with the capacity to heal each other and to heal your Virgo lover that has been through hell in regard to a third party situation. This card as the outcome is the meditation, it's the praying, it's healing, it's preparing to emerge back into the world. So two hermits going into their hermit cave, healing each other. Okay, and definitely seeing the four and, you know, healing oneself, making yourself even better to be present, available, and healed in your connection as well. So this is a healing connection. Oh wow. Okay, as it pertains to third party situations. Now we'll look at Virgo connections in the 7th house to see as it pertains to third party situations. Okay, so there's comments here. Hey guys in the chat. Okay, so we'll be able to look at that towards the end of the stream in more details. I want to keep the momentum going. I thank you for your support on the video and on the channel. Looking at Virgo and Libra connections. Alright, Virgo and Libra. So off the bat, here comes the Hermit again. Virgo's energy and this love. Ooh, look at Virgo. The Queen of Pentacles. Alright, so the deck has resonance in it. I'm going to keep going to look at Virgo and 7th house. The 7th house is Libra's house. The 7th house governs marriage and love. The 7th house is Venus's house. Virgo in the 7th house. Venus is currently in Virgo. What do we got? The 4 of fire. Ooh. Let's see what this is. Alright. 2 of cups, 7 of cup type energy. Okay. Ooh, so we're looking at a single and available potential lover. Ooh, guys. 2 single and available lovers. 2 single and available lovers. This looks like the possibility for a reconciliation, okay? So a reminder of the disclaimer that this is a general reading not intended to resonate with everybody. There's a storyline like that where you guys know each other, so there's possibility for a reconciliation where now you're both single and available, and also needing sexual, did I say the word? I've been trying to watch my words. Needing sexual healing from one another too. That's what it looks like as well. And but there's some uncertainty. So like coming back together after being apart for so long, of course there would be some catching up to do, right? Are you going to just hop in the sack and roll around and do some sexual healing? Are you going to take some time to catch up, to feel your way around and see if there's a third party situation going on? Also, I've been minded to insert, because I don't think I've inserted enough in regard to sexual health. I think there needs to be some more awareness and, you know, moving safely, getting those tests, using contraceptive, using protection, because I don't know if you guys have noticed. Ooh, and of course I would bring this up in the 6th house, in Virgo's house. This is the house that deals with health. We care about stuff like that. Yeah, we just came out of a Rona, you know. I don't want to use the words to trigger any of that stuff, but you know, the society worldwide had just come out of the reminder of getting tested and being careful out there. There's some gnarly you know, issues. Don't want to catch anything. But anyhow, let's see here. I wanted to clarify. I want to clarify the 7 of Cups with the 2 of Cups here. What's really being said. Why do I have the Seven of Cups and the Two of Cups? Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Okay, this, wow, guys. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, that was it. Wow. Man, I just wanted to pull up closer to look at this. Is a lot of pent-up sexual energy really wanting to be released in a dynamic way. Yikes. And then also having this confidence that this is the connection that surely will bring about this passion. Woo, might make your head pop off type energy. That's what was being stated there. Alright, so as far as third party, I'm not seeing it off the surface, any third parties. Let me continue looking. Dear Holy Spirit, so I see single and available people thinking and missing each other, wanting some sexual healing, healing in their connection. Is it just sexual healing? The reason why I'm saying sexual healing is because of this 15 major arcana. Dear Holy Spirit, is that sexual healing? Let's see. What deck? Because, you know, I pull out scriptures and do Bible study on this channel, so I don't want to just be all reckless. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, clarifying this. To me, that says yes. The Nine of Fire. To me that says yes, but not in a disrespectful way. In a way, also wondering about the longevity, the commitment. Can you be locked in this connection, not wanting, you know, the friends with the benefits, not wanting anything superficial. But so the fact that this was clarifying all of those things, let me know that, yeah, this is here for sexual healing purposes, but in a classy way, not just to have a wham bam, thank you ma'am. Are there third party? Can you please, Holy Spirit, bringing this back down to third party readings? The message as it pertains to third party situations in the 7th house at this time for Virgo. Okay, so at the moment I'm still getting no. I'm looking at reconciliation with the Queen of Swords, so I feel like that Queen of Sword energy is cutting that out. And the Queen of Cups is love. Genuine love. Okay, so yeah, I feel like a confirmation Virgo in the 7th house, which deals with marriage and love, is not looking for no third party situationships, rather looking for commitments, marriage, and if it is some third party type of situation, not one that they're being strung along in the dark about, but that they're in the open, that they're in the light about it, that there's an agreement. Because I was seeing some hint about compromises and, you know, just being in the know, not in the dark about anything. Because, you know, there are different types of relationships, dynamics. Anyhow, how's about Virgo in the 8th house? Me personally, though, speaking for this Virgo, I just want one. I'm not trying to be creative in my approach to love. I just want to say that, like, for me, I just want one. I'm a germaphobe too. I don't like spread my energy around like that. But anyway, Virgo and Scorpio connections. Looks like you guys may be in some communication, making arrangements to meet up for some of you in the near future. Okay, some communications. Okay, I was about to say, I don't know if I should hijack this reading because it's not about me, but I was going to say personally, I'm doing this. I'm not in a position to be meeting up with people and stuff. Not right now. But then I seen the Nine of Swords around that. So other Virgos could feel the same as well. Some stress and some intensity. It looks like as it has to deal with third party, which is the energy I'm trying to tap into, see Virgo's energy surrounding third party situations. It does look like Virgo would rather be spending time in their own energy than to be intermingling with anybody's third party. So even in Scorpio's house, if there's a hint of third parties and open relationships, I don't see Virgo interested in that. Let's see what else. But it does look like some communication will be coming through. And it does look like communication with third-party energy. See, I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles making this appearance here with this communication I see coming as well. So, what about that? So let's take a look. Thank you so much for comments in the chat, you guys. I love it. Thank you for interacting with me. Thank you for your support on the video and on the channel. So I put the Three of Pentacles here as our thesis statement. And in the challenge, I put the Two of Fire, which is the card that made an appearance. I'm seeing that communication come through toward Virgo. It looks like as Virgo is single and in their hermit cave, you know, living their best life type energy. Yes, with the Ten of Cups and the Apprentice, you know, in their new chapters, embarking in a new chapter. It also looks like it's been a long time coming to find this type of self-satisfaction in their own environment, because it looks like they just closed a chapter that was stressful for someone. So now that I have that type of resonance in the deck, let me keep looking. Getting some information about this third party energy coming toward turning toward Virgo in the 8th house. The Four of Cups comes out in reverse. So again, that's another no. Alright, so that's pretty much what I wanted to confirm. No, Virgo's not interested in that. Let me see what's going on with Virgo and Sagittarius as it pertains to third party situations. Five of Swords. The Emperor. And the Chariot. Alright, so not surprising. We're seeing some very strong mentality, very overbearing, very self-assured, very authoritative energy coming towards Virgo from Sagittarius. Alright, not surprising. I don't know a Sagittarius that is not confident. I don't know a Sagittarius that comes half-stepping their energy in any capacity. This is not a half-stepper. This is somebody who has very strong opinions. So let me keep going, because I want to know, what is your thoughts about putting Virgo in a third-party situation, Sagittarius? That's what we want to know. So let's see here. This Five of Swords. Is there third-party energy over here, Sagittarius, towards Virgo? King of Swords. Ace of Swords. Six of Pentacles. So far, that's letting me know that if there is, Sagittarius, don't hide it. They're very transparent. You will know. And also, there's a higher likelihood for that to happen. If you have third-party situations, they're prepared to match your energy. But for me, that lets me know that they don't hide it. Let me see what's going on. In this connection anyways, it's not going to be hidden. You're going to know. Let's see what else. Third party situation over here in the Emperor. The first thing that is stated is, first of all, if this person has children, then their children and their mother of their children, that dynamic is going to be what it is. And sometimes that could resonate with Virgo to be obstructive interferences. So this is talking about connections that have extended family or blended family dynamics. But anything else about that? Alright. Queen and King of Swords with the Ace of Fire. I feel like that says, I said that part. There's that. And also that your person, if there is a blended family and you guys have co-parenting dynamics in your connection, that there's transparency in that type of dynamic. But there's that's the dynamic. It is what it is there. So that could be third party energy, but you know, it could come with understanding, transparencies, trust. Matter of fact, let me pull out Oracle card. Oracle card. Stay optimistic about your love life. Wedding. Deception. Attraction. Religious factors. Yeah, so here it could get a little tricky with the, you know, extended family co-parenting dynamics. There is room for deception. Yeah, so you want to just be aware of that. And religious factors, that card there, I feel like too, with, you know, that being a dynamic in and of itself, then it boils down to what are your philosophical points about it? Like what are your standards? What do you think is okay or not okay? You know, that is going to dictate the violations and etc. So there's potential to be deceived, but it also more so pointed to that's not a monkey that's going to stop the show. There's still attraction, there's still marriage, there's room for deception, but you got to be on your P's and Q's about that part. Let me see about this Chariot. Please clarify the Chariot. King of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Six of Fire. Four of Cups. Three of Cups. Alright, so this looks like a straight shot for love and your person coming to you. But for dynamics, as stated, if there's some unsure energy there, that would bring things to a pause. You'll find your person's energy diminishing from the connection. Otherwise, it looks like a go. And that's what I'm seeing here. We're going to look at Virgo's connection with Capricorn as it pertains to third-party situations. Okay, so let's see. Capricorn and Virgo connection. Okay, so as it pertains to third-party situation, that came out immediately talking about absolutely not. Absolutely not. That was the hardest no I think we've gotten. That's the Hangman popping out in reverse, talking about I will force myself out of that connection. I don't even care. Absolutely not. That was such a hard no. We can go on. We can move forward. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let's see here. 11th house, Virgo, and Aquarius. What about the third party situationships in this one? Aquarius. Ooh. Aquarius, the King of Swords, popping out around the Tower, and the Death card. The block. Alright, but then it also looked like a little pause for reconsiderations and for second chances, and also looking at things from a different perspective. So it looks like initially, reminded me of the disclaimer that this is a general reading, not intended to resonate with everyone. If it doesn't fit, don't force it, because this particular one It's coming into the scene as if there is history, and in the past there was a hard no. So there was a breakup, and it looked like a tower moment in regard to the breakup, and everything was a hard no. But then it looks like with time, and as they continue to have each other's energy in their atmosphere, there's a shift in perspective, and there's potential for a different set of, terms or conditions or this is another word I'm looking for. Empathy, understanding, considering it. Let me see. But it still brings about sadness. So it looks like it's going to be something that your person, Virgo, might try to work with Aquarius, but it seems like it just continues to boil down to a no. Because it's like almost trying to compromise, trying to bend, trying to see the other way because they want you so much. But it seems like it's a continuous depressing aspect for them. It's hard. And it's so hard because they feel like otherwise they have a perfect picture with you. It looks like Virgo Aquarius feels like they have a good picture with you too. But it's hard. It looks like it's still hard with Aquarius to see that they could have really the Ten of Pentacles with Virgo because it looks like differences in the way that you think and how cold you get toward them. But it's interesting that the Queen of Swords is depicting the coldness, and I was about to say it seems like mutual energy because you're the Swords person, you're the air sign, but then I'm remembering that Virgo has a unique familiarity and compatibility with air signs because of the Mercurial energy, the Mercury. So let's see here. Queen of Swords. Yeah, but yeah, see, I was like the Mercury. I can't necessarily call it a cold way that's unfamiliar for an air sign. It's giving me the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, it's like they do see they can have the Ten of Pentacles with you, but it's the Nine of Pentacles. It's like one pentacle away from the 10. There is a little dissonance there that makes it difficult. Yeah, and that's what I got there. I forced a peek and I got the Jack of Fire, Sagittarius, the 9th house, but I was forcing to look there. It looks like some of you may be out of distance with that Jack of Fire that made an appearance. Oh yeah, and here's distance too. So some of your connections may be at a distance right now. And just thinking about one another, reminiscing about one another, because this specifically is talking about a past connection where at first those Three of Pentacles, that third party situation, was a hard, firm, absolutely not type of a no. But there is, it looks like, at the moment, some considerations in regard to the third party, considering other type of relationship dynamics, or just trying to look at things at a different perspective. Excuse me. But it still brings about some sadness and some regret, and also some past, like some karmic past triggers. So it's difficult to tap back into a dynamic, and then there's some familiarity in the past about things that brought it to a halt. But like I said, in the near future, it does look like there's potential for your connection to meet again and give it another try, potentially. It looks like you're very close to having the Ten of Pentacles together. Okay, so then, yes, let's move into the 12th house, which will be for Virgo and Pisces. The last words I had were for Virgo and Aquarius. In Aquarius, they may have some Pisces cusp energy. Now we are in the 12th house. Well, technically in the 6th house, looking at connections with Virgo and Pisces, aka 12th house. Let's take a look as it pertains to third-party situations. As it pertains to third-party situations for Pisces and Virgo connections. Third-party situations, Pisces and Virgo connections. Pisces and Virgo. Pisces and Virgo. Pisces and Virgo. Pisces and Virgo. Okay, great. Looking at the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun. Looking at the Eight of Cups also making an appearance with the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. So off the top, I'm getting a HELL, no to no third party type situations. I feel like that's a mutual thing with Virgo and Pisces. This connection, they're not tolerating no third party situation. Somebody's going to have to go. If there is a third party, because the High Priestess is there with the Tower, it's like the only way they'll consider it is if that person has to go. And the only way they're considering this connection is with the mentality of wanting something serious, something that has the potential to move to a higher level of commitment, something that's reciprocal and balanced and healthy. That's the connection that they want to have, not no third party situation. So I went through all of the 12 houses. So I just wanted to do that work to confirm with myself why, as a fellow Virgo, I had to see why is the Hermit showing up in so many readings, especially when it's dealing with something that I don't want to be like, Virgo, what are you doing there over there? Okay, I had to find out. Okay, well, Venus is in Virgo right now. That's the house of service and persistence. And we don't give up easy. That Virgo energy, that Virgo Venus energy is not one to give up easy. We try. And when I say we, Virgo Venus energies tries. Hang in there. It's not for the weak, yo, because we'll hang in there. And we hate that about ourselves too, I think. It's like, dang, y'all, why we go so hard? Well, we should let go. Okay, guys, so I gave it. That's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to look here. So is anybody still here that had questions? Are you guys still here? Who's still here that had questions? While I wait for you to let me know, I'm going to get caught up in the chat comments. Hey guys, thank you for your patience, by the way. I love it. Hey, let me see. I'm reading some of these comments to myself. Oh, I know, right? There's a comment I resonate with. Like, what is my advice? Let's see, what else? Oh, there's these type of reading requests. I'm not really good at the moment. Don't feel really good to be able to read about test results or like career results or something to that facet. Not really good at those right now. But even though I say that, just pray that you give me grace when I work on it. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Okay, I see that question has been asked a lot of times too, so I would look at it. You definitely gotta take it with a grain of salt, but I say that all the time. Okay, let me scroll to the bottom and see who's still here. Hey, thank you for your encouragement here. You said you're great. Keep up the great work. Thank you, sweetie pie. What is my advice? Well, the thing is that you quoted my my situation. What you say? What is my advice to like coming out, putting myself out there and trying my luck in love? That's what I'm trying to do too. And it's really uncomfortable. Just everything that you said is just how I feel too. So I don't really have great advice about it. It's coming out of my comfort zone, trying something new. Me, I'm starting to move away from even that and focusing on my projects, like reading the tarot right now is something I want to get into and give more of my time and energy. But I'm going to pin your comment. Could you let me know that you're still here? So it says, what advice would you give someone? And I'm glad you asked, because sometimes, even as a reader, of course, it's weird. I don't read for myself as much as I used to, or as much as I should, until I come to the channel and maybe somebody asks a question. I'm like, oh, that's a good question. I like how you asked that question. Let me see what I can see, if anything. It will be advice that I myself will need to take. I feel so uncomfortable putting myself out there, and even doing this reading here, I'm shy, very, very shy, very, very shy. Oh, so this spread that's developing, it seems to resonate. Oh my goodness. And the third party situations, I just really don't like it. I don't like that. So I'm so uncomfortable. I think this straight up just says I'm uncomfortable with the whole situation. And then it's like, it feels like there's a higher likelihood of the third party situation dynamic, of course, because sheesh, putting oneself out there to date. Other people are putting themselves out there to date, and they have other options they're considering. And sometimes it's like, why am I doing this? And it's just like, well, because you don't want to be single forever, and you're just trying to break the mold. And so it's the Eight of Swords. Like, I really hate this, but eesh, I'm gonna keep trying to hold on. Ew. And then the Three of Swords energy, having that heartbreak and disappointment when you really start finding somebody that you like, and you just want to stop. You don't like being out there and putting yourself out there. You just want to find somebody cool. Like, that's how I feel. I want to find somebody cool so I can actually just get off. I don't get off of the market. Take my profile down. I don't want to look through this stuff anymore. But then you're heartbroken because you find out the person that you may have feelings for is still out there, and maybe reject. In my case, reject. I'm getting rejected. You're not feeling me, so I still gotta stay out. I mean, I don't have to stay out. I continue to look. I'll continue to put myself out there. I hate it. I don't like it at all. But this spread that's developing is showing, hang in there, hang tight. These are, take them all. The lessons that you learn from this dynamic is helping you become better prepared and a better lover, a better potential lover. It's helping you find what you really want in your connections. It gets you out of your head where you're idealizing, oh, I think this is the connection that I want. But when you actually really get out there, you start to find out, oh, maybe that's actually exactly not what I want. And the reasons why. It's like, dang, that's crazy. I'm glad I actually did get out here and get some experience and realize that what I thought I wanted and what I thought it was ain't really like that, and I don't want it like that. This looks like hang in there, because true love is actually coming with the Ten of Pentacles in your heart, and the Knight of Cups coming to meet with this Ace of Pentacles. The Seven of Fire is the outcome position, which is my bachelorette card. So it tends to say, well, dang, that's just, this Two of Pentacles is how it is. That's the dynamic. When dating, that's what is going on until you find the one that you really do want to settle down with. It looks like there will be more than one option of value where you have the Ten of Pentacles before you actually do settle down and pick one. I'm glad that you asked that question, because, yeah, as I was going through these houses, like, Virgo don't want to be in nobody's third party situation. What in the world? Why is Virgo showing up in this capacity? There's a heartbreak. Three of Swords. Queen of Fire. Having to move through the heartbreak, having to move through the pain, and continue having the Ten of Pentacles in your heart, so keeping your standards, you know, keeping your standards in your heart, and you should find a couple different love interests that meet your standard, that check all of your boxes, and then you can decide from there how to go, where to go. Woo. So I'm thinking, what other type of reading should I do? Thank you for asking that question. That's a really great question. Let's see. You said, I feel like Virgos are musically in tune. You should try channeling some songs or lyrics. Thank you. A lot of songs have been coming to my mind too lately. And it's really fun too, because I don't really know a lot of songs, but music. The song that's coming to me right now is "And Who Can Love You Like Me? Nobody. And who can give you what you need? And who can lay your body down? Nobody, baby." All right. Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. That's what I got for now. Signing off until next time. Peace.